Hello class. Today we will discuss this second scene of the first act of Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. So as you see on the screen, this act, that is the this scene, that is scene second, takes place in a street in Venice, and the characters present in this scene are: first there come Capulet, Paris, and a servant to Capulet. Capulet is Juliet's father. Paris is the young nobleman who is a suitor for Juliet. Suitor means one who wants to marry a girl or a woman. So in the very first scene we can see that these three characters they appear on the stage, and the place is a street in Venice. So here we have Capulet and Paris and Capulet's servant. And Paris, Capulet first tells Paris that due to the fight among the soldiers, Prince Aeschylus had declared some penalty to both Capulet as well as the Montague families, and he says, now both of us, we have to pay the penalty, because Prince Aeschylus had become very angry due to the constant fights between the servants and as a result of which life in Verona gets disturbed. The peace in Verona gets disturbed. So first there is the discussion about the penalty between Capulet and Paris. After which Paris asks Capulet, who is the father of Juliet, whether he is thinking about his marriage to Juliet or not. Upon this, that is, he expresses his wish to marry Juliet, that is Capulet's daughter. Upon which Capulet tells Paris that Juliet is yet not 14 years. So it means we get a clue regarding the age of Juliet in the play. She is in her 14th year, so she is just 13, and her father Capulet wants that she should get married after a couple of years. Upon which Paris says that the younger girls become good mothers. But Capulet suggests Paris that he should try to win her heart first and win her consent first. Then he will think about his daughter's marriage to Paris. In fact, he also tells Paris that that evening, that night, there will be a feast, there will be a banquet, there will be a party at his house, and he had invited many families, wealthy families, beautiful ladies of Venice, and Paris is also an invited guest. So there Paris has an opportunity to introduce himself to Juliet, and there he may try to win her heart. So this is the discussion between Capulet and Paris. After this, Capulet gives a list of guests to the servant, and he tells the servant to go to the houses of the people, guests on the list, and invite them for the evening feast. After this, these three characters, they exit, they go away from the place, and there come Benvolio and Romeo. Okay, Benvolio and Romeo, they are again talking about Romeo's rejection in love and all that, because so it means there is this discussion continues from the first scene between Benvolio and Romeo, and that is regarding the sadness in Romeo's heart. Meanwhile, what happens is that this servant is there. The servant from the Capulet family is there, and he is trying to read the list of the guests, but he could not read. So he comes to, so as you see in this picture, this servant comes to Romeo and he says, gentleman, if you can read, you should read for me the list of guests so that I could go to their houses and invite them for the feast. Romeo takes this list, that is the paper, in his hand. As you see here, this is Romeo, this is Benvolio, and this is the servant. And Romeo reads the list of the guests, and to his surprise and happiness, he finds that there is the name of Rosaline, that is his love, the woman whom he loves and who is not ready to marry him. So this is Rosaline, and the audience comes to know from that list that Rosaline is Capulet's niece. Okay, so she is also one among the invited guests. Romeo becomes very happy. He then asks the servant who is his master, and the servant tells him that his master is Lord Capulet. And the servant further tells him that if you are not one from the family of the Montague, then you can also come for the feast. Now Romeo knows that he is not at all welcome at the party, but since Rosaline will be coming there, Benvolio also tells him that he should go to Capulet family in disguise, and he should try to find out other beautiful women rather than feeling sad and unhappy because of Rosaline's rejection. So this is Romeo's friend Benvolio trying to get his friend Romeo out of the sadness. So he suggests Romeo that he should go to the Capulet family for the feast that evening, and he should look at some other beautiful girl or woman as a substitute for his love. But Romeo declares that there is no woman, no girl as beautiful as his Rosaline, Yet he says that he will go there at the Capulet household for the party, for the feast that evening, but he knows that no woman is as beautiful as Rosaline. So here the second scene of the first act comes to an end. Thank you.